Hey guys, James MC Reviews here. Welcome to another TV log, and today we're going to be talking about Hazbin Hotel, the new Amazon Prime series created by YouTuber VivziePop, also known as Vivian Medrano, about the daughter of Lucifer who creates a hotel in hell so that she can help sinners get redemption to avoid extermination by the angels. This show was not even on the slate for this year originally. I knew that it was a thing that was coming out. I knew that it was a thing that was in development for like several years. I vaguely remember watching the pilot, but I don't really remember. But I knew it was a thing that was happening, and with how I'm doing videos now, recording stuff in advance and, you know, watching a bunch of stuff, I figured I'm probably not gonna have time to watch this, let alone do a video on it. I'm sure there's countless people that are gonna be talking about it, so, you know, I'm sure it's not a big deal. And then my girlfriend, Anne, wanted to watch the show with me so that, you know, because she was excited about it. So I figure, okay, we'll watch it together. I'm probably still not going to do a video on it, but whatever. We'll watch it and see how it goes. We watched through the first 3 episodes, and I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was well made and everything like that. But there wasn't really anything that was making me go, yeah, I am in a rush to see what happens next and finish this series and even do a video talking about it. Not to say that it was bad, like I said, but it wasn't like grabbing me like in the way that I need to talk about this for a video. And then I got to episode 4. And that was the moment where I was like, fuck, I guess I gotta talk about this now. So I've watched through all 8 episodes of season 1 twice, and I even watched the original pilot on YouTube just to get a comprehensive view of like where the show started to where it is now, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. So first things first, I really like the show. I don't think it's perfect. It's definitely got its flaws, but putting all that stuff aside, I do really like it. I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was definitely an interesting concept, you know, having, you know, the basis be around, you know, the daughter of Lucifer in hell, you know, building a place for sinners to go to get redeemed, and, you know, seeing her sort of desperation of like wanting to achieve this dream and, you know, prove everyone wrong and everything like that. I thought it was really cool and a really fun concept. The way that they portray hell and the world that it takes place in is, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but kind of fun. Like, even though it's portrayed as a very, you know, like dreary and like fucked up place, like they still, you know, bring a lot of color out of it and a lot of life, and just the design of everything looks really cool. The animation as well definitely helps with that. It's very lively and colorful and well put together. The main cast of characters are all fun and interesting to watch. Some are definitely stronger and better represented than others, and again, that just goes into, you know, stuff that I'll talk about later. But I think the 2 best characters, and I don't think this is a very like hot take, but the 2 best characters are Angel Dust and Alistair. Angel, you know, he starts off as like kind of one note, this, you know, very like pervy, like sexual deviant and everything like that. But then, you know, the further you peel back the layers and you see like what he's actually going through, like he becomes a lot more fleshed out, and you definitely feel a lot more for him. And I mean, that all comes together in episode 4, which, you know, it is a very, I can understand why it's a very polarizing episode, but it's definitely, you know, one of the most impactful for whether you love it or hate it. And yeah, it was a lot. It was very tough to watch. And then Alistair is also very fun to watch. He's kind of the one shrouded in the most mystery. Like, for me, he's like assuming the Bill Cipher role, in that he, you know, bounces back and forth between being really funny and also really creepy, and you never really know what his true motives are and whether he's gonna switch on you and everything like that. And you know he's like planning something, but you aren't quite sure what. And he also likes making deals with people to fuck them over. So I didn't know going in that the show was going to be a musical, but I was definitely pleasantly surprised. There are a lot of songs, admittedly, that I could do without, but a lot of them are really good and really solid, and ones that, like, even out of context, I would listen to on their own.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Check it out, he's glowing reviews on Yelp. 5 stars! Flawless! Really great!
They balance out sort of the Broadway-esque, you know, like big musical number, like story driven like songs with a lot of sort of the poppier, fun, you know, like upbeat type of songs and everything like that. And I think they all sound great. They're well written, you know, they're well composed, everything like that. So yeah, overall, I really like the show, but I don't think it's without its problems. For one, even going back and rewatching it, those first 3 episodes are kind of rough just for how they're paced and, you know, how they're written. Because the show is only 8 episodes, and I don't know if that was always the plan or if that's just what Amazon and A24 were willing to give them. But because it's only 8 episodes, a lot of stuff that would normally be built up as like a big mystery is kind of rushed. And establishing right off the bat that, you know, the angels are dicks and are trying to prevent hell from rising up against them kind of takes away a lot of the tension. Like, I feel like that's something that you could have built to over time, but just like having that right off the bat, like, it doesn't leave room for a lot of tension or anticipation or anything like that. Again, going back to not only the episode count, but also the episode length, it leaves a lot of character relationships kind of like underdeveloped. Like, I honestly didn't realize that Charlie and Vaggie were girlfriends until episode 5, where she flat out states, "This is Vaggie, my girlfriend," and everything like that, which could just be me being like slow and everything like that. But I also feel like they didn't really give them enough time to like flesh out their connection and their relationship and everything like that. Same thing goes with Charlie and her dad, even though like it did make for a really good episode, and, you know, the song that they sing together and, you know, sort of their connection that builds, you know, it is good, but I definitely would have liked it developed on a little bit more. The villains as well, the V's, which are kind of like this like organization of overlords that kind of control different aspects of hell, like, they don't really get a whole lot of time to, you know, establish themselves. Like, Vox gets 1 song number, which is a banger, don't get me wrong, but like, he doesn't really get a whole lot to do until like the finale. Velvet has 1 song number and then she kind of disappears. The one that probably gets the most like screen time and the most development is Valentino, which, to be fair, they do a really good job of portraying him as, you know, a bastard and, you know, making him really hateable and everything like that. But I do kind of wish, again, like a lot of aspects in this show, I wish we had kind of gotten more time to like flesh those aspects out and everything like that. And like, I'm sure that all these things I'm mentioning are, you know, things that were out of the writer's control, or, you know, just had to be sacrificed with the episodes and the episode length and everything like that, or could be developed further in a second season. But still, the show is very close to being like amazing. And there are some aspects of it that are, but there's just a lot of them that fall kind of short, especially on second viewing. Like, these are things that I'm like picking up, but I don't know, it didn't like hinder my enjoyment. I still enjoyed watching it. I thought it was very funny. It was very well put together. The animation, the music, the voice acting, everything. It could be really funny, but also really emotional at times. And I mean, just like the fact that this even happened in the first place, like seeing something that started as, you know, a little YouTube like indie project to now see it skyrocket to the level of success and like, you know, notoriety that it has, like, that's pretty cool. And VivziePop, in terms of her work, in terms of her art and the thing that she has worked so hard to, you know, get off the ground and, you know, get to the point where it is now, I definitely have to commend her for that. Not only this, but I know she also has another show, Hell of a Boss, which I haven't watched yet, but I hear is also decent. So to have, you know, 2 shows, be writing 2 shows, and both have them reach like really high levels of like praise, that's really impressive. So I definitely have to give her hats off for that. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed season 1 of Hazbin Hotel. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's definitely got its issues. But I enjoyed watching it. I'm glad that my girlfriend basically forced me to watch it. All 8 episodes are on Amazon Prime right now, so if you haven't watched them, go check them out. And check out the original pilot if you haven't already. But going to my ranking, I would have to give season 1 of Hazbin Hotel a 4 out of 5. But anyway, that does it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you've seen season 1 of Hazbin Hotel yet. Have you been following this since the beginning, or have you just now gotten into it with the release of it on Amazon? Let me know all that stuff down below. I've got more videos coming soon, but until then, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I'm posting. Follow me on my social media, subscribe to my main channel. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.
'Cause I know you're poison.